Okay, hi fellas, and welcome back to my videos. And if you don't know me, my name is Sanders, and my channel is about repairing the power tools. Because I'm working in a power tool service, the workshop, and yeah, it's I'm repairing tools all the day, each work day. Yep, and now on my table is a Makita demolition hammer HM1202C. It's a really nice tool, and maybe we can see how old it is or not. It's a 200, so it's okay, more than 8 years old, I think. And yeah, made in Japan. It's a real tool. It's made in Japan. Now it's hard to find the tools made in Japan. Yeah, and the customer told that he just don't know what's wrong with it. Yes, sometimes that happens when the big companies have a lot of tools and they just don't know what's happening with the tool. I will turn it on. Yeah, and it's not working. The cord light, the green light is on. That we know that the cord is good. Of course, we cannot rest it in a 100%. Yep. Now what we'll do now, of course, we will check the carbon brushes. For that we need to remove these two screws. Just removing the cover, and we have the carbon brush cap. Unscrewing it with a flat screwdriver. Removing the carbon brush, and we can see that the auto stop is out for this carbon brush. Oh, we need a new carbon brushes for this tool. I will write it down. Okay, I will remove the handle. And then I will remove the second carbon brush. Just removing the handle. Yep. Now it's more comfortable to operate with this tool on the table. Removing the second carbon brush cap. Removing the carbon brush. You can see that it's more than ended. It's the stuff was just got out and the tool was working. And now we can suspect that the armature is burned out. Yep, now we have the 6 screws here and here. We need to unscrew them to get the handle removed. I'll try to do that with the drill. About my little Bosch 10.8 volts. Now it goes to the Latvia for the warranty repair, because it just lost the power, and I suspect it will be the controller unit for it. I hope they will fix it under warranty. Because I really like it at Bosch. Of course, if you will not count the jack of it, because I really don't like the Bosch jack. It's not a hand tightening it, not a quick fix. Yeah, just removing the handle and remove the big piece of the tool and just disassemble it. Nothing. Okay, we have the switch here, and You can see that the cord was replaced and was replaced for the 2 times. Yep, and what can we do now? Now we can try to test the field and the switch. We will do that in a simple way. We need to plug the cord in. Of course, we need a multimeter, or you can test it with the fingers. Yep. And what we will do now, I will put the multimeter here on in a carbon brush holders, and then I will turn on the tool. It's just a check. As you can see, now I have the 219 volts, and what we know now we know that the cord is good, the controller unit is good, the switch is good, and the field is good. That's really important for us because we don't need to test each of them individually. Now what we need to check the field itself. Sorry, not field, armature. It's really easier than testing all the components. Yeah, just removing it out. Yeah. What can we see here? We can see that of course it's some dust here, and the field looks nice, the wave washer inside. Looks good. So normally this is not a flat washer, it's a wave washer. It must look like that. I'm just getting it back in the housing. Don't forget to install it later. Yeah, just getting the motor housing with the field and the cord in the box. But we need more space here. Yep. What can we check now? We can check the armature, and it's a couple of strange places. I will try to adjust the camera. A little bit closer. Yep, and now when I'm spinning it, I don't like this one. Of course, we can see the auto stop was running here, and I don't like it here. A little bit here, and of course here. So that's definitely, I think we need to replace this armature, and from the groove here on the commutator, you can see that the armature was working for a long time. Okay, I'll zoom it again a little bit. Yeah, now as you can see, normally the commutator is flat. I will put the ruler. You can see it's missing really a piece of the commutator. That means that the tool was working for a really long time. And of course, yeah, it's normal. This tool was made almost 10 years ago. Now what can we see bad? We can see how the armature here is wobbling. It's really not normal. And yep, I think the ball bearing will be out. And the other bad thing we can see is the gear here. Yep, you can see that the normal gear must look like this, and now this is worn out, and when I'm touching it with a screwdriver I can feel how it stuck on it. Yeah, it's stuck here and a little bit here. So we need to replace the armature because of the gear. And of course, if you are changing this armature for the gear, you need to change the second gear here inside. We will check that, of course. Yep. Now about the ball bearing. This ball bearing goes with the armature. I'm taking the armature out. Now I want to remove the tool holder to get all the housing out. It's pretty simple most of the times, and just removing the rubber cap with the screwdriver, removing the housing, the plastic piece, okay, you need to go out and out. If you remember, this one need to go out, or maybe not. Yep, just spin it to get into position and it will go out. Now we have the big spring ring, which need to be removed. I'm just pressing the spring down to not get everything out, like now. Yep, the spring, the big washer. It's a dirty part, so I'll put them in the paper. Yep. Now we have the strange ring, the spring ring. That is holding everything. It's holding this pin. Yep. And we have the second fat spring ring, which we need to remove. For this one, sometimes it's easier to remove it with a screwdriver. I'll try the bigger screwdriver. Okay, just have some difficulties now to remove it. Removing it, yep. Okay, I'll try to do that with the two screwdrivers. Yep, it's going out now. Maybe now I will be able to get the grip with the pliers. Of course, if you have not a cheap Chinese pliers, you can do that with the pliers. For example, Knipex pliers is really good for this one. Maybe someday I will buy them. Yep, now this holder, we need to inspect it for the cracks. Okay, the housing just fell out itself. And I want to push out the needles. We need to check the needles if they are not cracked and if they are round. Yeah, now this one is good. Yep, and the second one. Yeah, the second one is good too. And this pin. Normally this part is wearing out. Now you can see that we have a sign, wear and tear sign. Of course, it's not a big problem, but we can change it. I will write it down. Yep. Now we have the 4 balls here, it's all greasy, and I think these balls will be damaged, but still we need to take them out. It's 4 pieces, yep, and one of the way to take them out is to clean this dirt, the old grease, and I'm using the cleaner, but you can use the fresh oil for the grease. Doing that, and I think it will be okay. Yeah, it's one of the easiest way, I think. Of course, the other way is to use the really strong magnet and just take them out. Okay, now I will try to take them out with the magnet. Yeah, one is out. And by cleaning it and spinning it with my fingers, I can feel that it's not perfectly round. Of course, I will check it's because of the dirt or itself is damaged, and no, the ball is good. Know how to show that for you. Yeah, it's some dirt left, but it's good. we save it about €1, yay! Yeah, the second one is good too. Yeah, but the third one good, and the last one. Yep, and the last one is not good. I will clean it to show it. So we will change all 4 of them. It's really, I don't know, it's no point to not change all of them. Okay, where are you going, you crazy? Yep, I will put it here on a paper. Yeah, as you can see, it's not around. You have the flat surface here and here and here, so it's all damaged. It's strange that the other ones is good. Yeah, but we will change all 4 of them. And just getting everything in the paper. Yep, now we have the spring ring here. Of course, we need to remove it, and later it will help us to take out a tool holder. Yep, the spring ring, the flat washer, and what we have now, we have the cap here, we have the screws here. I think I will try to unscrew the screws. Not too big key. Maybe this one will be good, yep. Yeah, now I will try to finish that with a drill. Lost my bit. I will just get this part out. When I'm disassembling the tool, I'm always trying to make it smaller, to get the big parts apart, to separate them, and because it's really easier to move your tool on a table, because you need to spin it around, you need to flip it upside down, and so on. Yep, now the housing is out, and Okay, the tool holder is just a housing. Normally it's good. Of course, just check for the cracks. But normally if it's a crack, you will see it because the oil, the grease will go out from the crack, and you will really see it. Yep. Now, what we can see the hammer inside this tool holder, and we can see how shiny is this tool holder and the hammer inside itself. And what that means that the customer is not using the grease for the chisel. And of course that's not good, because the grease for the chisel, it's not only greasing the metal parts, it's splitting out, taking out the dirt from here, and of course the dirt, so the dust and the other dirt is really going here. So you prevent your tool from dirt by putting the oil, the grease here. So just do that, and it's really not cost a lot. Yep. Now it's a couple of parts here from the hammer. Just cleaning them and inspecting them for the cracks and the damages. So rubber here, just right, it must be soft. It's soft now. What can I see here? It's a piece of rubber, I think. But I cannot see anything bad here. Yep, now it's the hammer. Cannot take it out, and sometimes that happens for the really simple reason. The hammer is striking the chisel and it's just getting wider, getting fatter. And of course we will try to separate it somehow. Just you can try to put the screwdriver here, and this one is going out, and yeah, now this one is going. So that was because of this part. This one was holding the hammer and was really holding the hard on the tool holder. Yeah, it's a good part. Now about the tool holder, we have 3 pins here inside the tool holder. So we need to check if they are here or not. Now they are here. The hammer with the o-rings definitely need to be replaced. Yep, and as we can see, say I'm telling on the old tools like this, it's a hammer, and if you can see the cracks, the bump here and the damages, you need to replace the hammer. You can see it's a really shiny, you can see it's a different metal, it's a bump here, it's damage on the corners. So we need a new hammer, new rings. You'll write it down. Yeah, write it down, and wrapping everything in a paper. We are almost done with this tool. Just remove the piece of this part. It was here. And it's not cracked, so wrap it in paper. And now we want to take out the striker. Yeah, cleaning it, of course, checking for the damages. The o-ring, as we are doing the repair of the tool and we are doing the maintenance at the same time, so we are changing all the o-rings, the grease, the carbon brushes and ball bearings if needed. Yep, and we'll change the o-ring. It not looks bad, but still we are doing the maintenance. Yep. Now we have the cover here, and we have this cylinder. It's you can remove it pretty simple by holding the cylinder or striking the housing here. Of course, you need to strike it carefully to not damage it. Yep, and as you can see, it's an O-ring here. So just check if you not damaged it when taking out the cylinder, because sometimes that happens. Yep, now just wrapping it in the paper, put it in the box, and what we have here, we can see the piston, and we need to unscrew this one. Yep, it's a knob, it's not a 19. It's a 17 millimeters. Yep, it's a 17 millimeters. And where is my adapter? I will try to screw it out with a drill. And yeah, of course, no luck for this one. So I'm taking everything into my hands. Tighten it really well. Normally you really don't need to tighten it so hard. Don't forget it's a plastic and aluminum, so you can easily damage the plastic. Yep, just made it a little bit faster. Yeah, now it's just a cover. Of course, you need to check that reed here and check if the O-ring here is not damaged, because the O-ring is preventing the oil from leaking out. Now we have the connection rod, just pushing it forward, lifting it, and taking it out. Of course, always check if it doesn't have the cracks or some other damages. And now it's good. We will change this fat O-ring. And yep, it's a part of the maintenance of the tool. Just wrapping it to prevent from the dust and dirt. What we have here, now we have the gear here, and as I told before, we still need to replace it because the armature gear was worn out. And now, okay, I will try to push it out. Yeah, it goes just easily, and we can see the slight sign of wear and tear. I will thinking about how to show it for you. I will try to clean it a little bit. Okay, maybe now we will see something. Yeah, it's good that I'm using the gloves, because otherwise my hands will be all greasy and dirty. Yeah, what we have now here. Yep, you can see the gear, and it's hard to see wear and tear on this gear, or hard to see that on the camera. But yep, now we can see that's a little bump here all the way on the gear, and yeah, it's really, I don't know how to show it on a camera. You can see that different of the color on the gears here, and yeah, just it's hard to show that. Because I'm see on the camera monitor LCD that it's really hard to see that. Yep, and what left for us is the nice aluminum housing. Of course, it's a needle bearing inside. We will not remove it. Normally, it's everything good with a needle bearing, and of course, you will see if it will go out. And the needles will go out, and that means you need to replace that bearing. But now it's so good, and yep, we finish it with the Makita demolition hammer, and as you can see, it was used for a long time. And of course, we need a new armature, we need a new gear new o-rings, new grease, and the ball bearing for the armature, but it's still, yeah, the ball bearing for the armature, was I not removed it, but they really need to be replaced. Of course, the oil seal too need to be replaced. Yeah, basically it's a good tool, and I think it will be worth of the repairing. I don't know how much the armature costs, really I cannot remember, because this is not a common tool in a repair shop. Yep, okay, I hope you like this video, and I hope you like my channel, and yep, just what can I say more? I will see you on a next video. Bye!